Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys, and if you guys are new here, my name is Taylor. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing as I do upload videos pretty regularly. Also, if you guys are new here, I upload all my videos into playlists, so if you guys are looking for something specific, just go ahead on my main page and you should be able to find what you're looking for pretty easy. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about getting Rapture ready, because a lot of people seem to have forgotten that we're in the end times, or a lot of people felt like we were approaching the end last year and maybe the rapture was coming the end of last year, the beginning of this year. And now that it seems like things have kind of calmed down a little bit, according to, America's standards, we seem to have forgotten that, right? We seem to have lost the picture that Jesus is coming soon. And I fully do believe that Jesus is coming soon, right? And the Bible explains that the end is going to be like birth pains. It's going to be like contractions, right? What happens with contractions? Well, they come and they go. But every time they come back, they increase with intensity and they increase with frequency, right? So right now it might feel like, compared to last year where we had COVID and riots and then the election and all sorts of dreams and prophecies and all the sorts of stuff that was happening, compared to the kind of the beginning of this year where it seems like it's slowed down the last couple months, don't be mistaken, right? We might be in one of those calm periods before those contractions pick up again. Right, where we're going to see the contractions come back stronger and they're going to be more ferocious this time than they were last time. And listen, when it picks up again, it's going to increase with that intensity and that frequency. And again, there's a lot of people that don't believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. Guess what? That's fine, right? I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, but I'm prepared if it's not a pre-tribulation rapture. And even if you don't believe in the rapture, your life is short. Right? Our life is but a small moment in time, and the end of our lives is just rapidly approaching. Okay, so let's take a look at 1 Corinthians 9, verses 24 through 27, which says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified." Listen, we need to be disciplined in our walk, and equally as important, we need to be telling other people about Jesus. The end of that passage of Corinthians says, "Lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified," right? Which means to avoid preaching to others. And again in Luke 9:26, it says, "Whoever is ashamed of Jesus and his word, he will be ashamed of them on the day of glory." And listen, we can't sit here and ask God for dreams and visions and the ability to speak in tongues and the ability to heal and deliver people from certain things when we aren't even speaking his name to other people. Right? Revelation 3 verses 16 says, "So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth." Listen, Jesus commands us to be fishers of men, right? He calls us to make disciples of all nations. He doesn't call us to go and heal all nations. He doesn't call us to speak in tongues in all nations. He calls us to be disciples and to make disciples of all nations, right? To preach the gospel throughout the whole world. And listen, why would God speak to you when he can't speak through you? He needs you to be seeking him. He needs you to be obedient to his will. He needs you to love his character, right? To give your all to him so that he can use you in a real way. Listen, if you want to be convicted, go onto your phone right now and go to your screen time and look at exactly how much time you're spending on social media and other apps compared to how much time you're spending with God. Jeremiah 29 verses 13 says, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." So if you want God to be real and alive in your lives, you need to seek him with all your heart, right? All these other things, all these other gifts, all these other experiences that you long for, they're a result of seeking God with all your heart, seeking to know his character, seeking to obey him and to tell other people about him, right? And from there, just love people. Right? The greatest witness you can have with someone else is to just love them with all your heart. Have a genuine care about their lives, right? And they're going to wonder why you care about them so much. In a world that's so self-centered and so focused on just the negativity going on around them right now, they're going to be shocked with just how much you care and love them. Right? How much you give to them on a daily basis. And when they ask you why you care about them so much, why you love them, you can tell them because Jesus has changed your life, right? Jesus has loved you, all the things that God's done in your life, and God commands you to love your neighbor as yourself. Right? 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, "So now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, but the greatest of these is love. So it's simple. Love God, love the people around you, right? The two greatest commandments, again, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. Simple. Okay, we don't need to overcomplicate things here. Know the gospel. Okay, love the gospel. Love what Jesus has done in your life, and then tell other people, right? You can do that by just loving them, okay, and praying for them and asking God to open up opportunities, asking God to prepare their hearts ahead of time. Okay, so these are the things we need to do to get rapture ready. Right? You need to be seeking God with all your heart, right? Don't get so caught up in what you think is going to happen and getting all these gifts and signs and wonders and all these things. Like, these are cool, right? These are great things to have, and they're awesome when they happen, right? Don't get me wrong. I pray for these things too, but I know the most important thing is to know God, to spend time with him, and to seek his heart, and then to tell other people about him. So God bless you guys. Again, if you guys aren't believers in Jesus Christ, there's going to be a slide here in a second called the ABCs of Salvation. Please check that out, right? Knowing Jesus Christ has been the greatest joy and the greatest adventure of my entire life, right? Life is hard, but it's much harder without Jesus Christ in your life. Hey, I love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.